Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mesheketa Chauke from the Faculty of Engineering, Tshwane University. I'm campaigning for SFC chairperson. My goal and my motives are very clear. For so long, students have been struggling with the issues of prohibition, especially in our faculty. This is due to them not being informed of what is happening in the university. So many people suffer, and during this time of COVID, we are actually experiencing a huge downfall in terms of our pass rate in the faculty. My goal and my role will be so clear. I will introduce a strategy that will help students benefit from the faculty in a way that will make them pass effectively. This is a way that I will introduce it will be simple. It will be via monitoring the students' well-being via the lecturers, because some lecturers are very ignorant. What they do is just to give notes, but they don't follow up on the students. And we have mentors who do not follow up. We have tutors who the students have never seen. So we must hold each and every party that is responsible for the students who are paying money to be accountable, so that these students can pass and we avoid issues of exclusion and probation. We can't always be dealing with the issues of exclusion and probation all the year around. We need to come up with programs in the Faculty of Engineering. There are so many issues that are pending right now. Students who came in last year, they've never been out, they've never been introduced to companies and other things. So we need to authorize that office and make it useful to the students so that they can access it. Some students they don't even know what is SFC. Some students they don't even know the use of SFC. So we need to alert students and make sure that our department, our faculty is running in hand with the departments, and we monitor the improvement of the students. If students keep on failing, then we'll have an issue. So I am here with a very clear motive. When morals and ethics are balanced, people progress, and I am bringing that progress. I believe that if students vote for me, they will have a better way forward than they were having. And the issues of data as well. I want to propose, if the institution can provide data, it doesn't need to be separated to night or day data. Data should be data for students, because students are here to learn. It doesn't matter the day or the hour. Students can learn anytime. You cannot do a statistics of students knowing that this student can study at night, can study better during the day. No, on that statistics has never been taken. So data must be provided as data, not being separated, because students are suffering from online classes. Some are even facing problems. So I'll make sure that each and every issue is attended, and each and everybody that is supposed to be responsible in the progress of the student is held accountable for their actions. My name is Mesheketa Chauke, and do not forget to vote for me. I promise you that you'll be well led.
Thank you very much, sir. Can we have a representative from Management Sciences faculty? Remember, when you get here, you introduce yourself, the faculty, position you are contesting for.
Amandla, Awetu, revolutionary greetings to fighters and students. I go by the name of Unontokozo Kakumete, consisting from Deputy Secretary under the banner of the most progressive movement, which is the EFF Student Command. It's time for us to fight the system which is not favoring a black child. No student should be left behind. The main objective of the EFF Student Command is to ensure transformation in all forms of learning, higher learning, and everything. In the Faculty of the Management Science, which is the biggest faculty, students are facing several issues. The issue of academical records. I'll make sure the students don't need to pay for what they've worked for. We don't understand why students should pay for what they've done. Only a paper which is useful, yes, but students are paying extra curriculum. So in my own understanding, that extra curriculum money should include academical records. The second issue is the issue of online learning being implemented. Yes, during the start of COVID-19, we introduced to the online learning, which was not favoring everyone. So it's time for us to make sure that every student is well secured and every student is accessible to the internet. The third issue is the issue of data. We don't understand why do you have more data at night than during the day? Why don't you have more data during the day than at night? So if you guys vote for me, I'll make sure that students receive more data during the day, not during the night, because most of the time we're sleeping. And the issue of marks being recorded after a long time. Each and every time when we write tests, we receive our marks in 4 weeks' time, which is wrong. We must know of our own progress, which we want to know how well have we done in our test. So please vote for the EFFGN command in upcoming SFC and SRC election. Nyabong.
Thank you very much. Can we have a representative from the science faculty? Science faculty. In the meantime, engineering, the next presenter, please come and sit forth. Just follow it like that with management sciences so that we can just speed up the process.
Amandla. Amandla. Thank you. Conveying warm greetings to the House at large. Standing before you is Natasha Mukwena, contesting for Deputy Secretary under the Faculty of Sciences, the only female that stood up and contested this year. I'm inspired. I'm not standing in front of you to make empty promises. I'm going to be short and very clear. For the past 2 years, I've been at TUT. I've noted some issues in our faculty, which is sciences, issues that affect our academics as students. Issues such as poor resources for practicals that we do, and also the negligence of allocation of marks by lecturers that affects our academics. There are many more other issues that we encounter as students in the Faculty of Sciences. And I believe that working together as students, we can challenge them and tackle them for a smooth academic journey moving forward. As I'm standing in front of you today, I pledge and commit myself to be the voice of the students always, and also to be at the forefront at all times, tackling issues so that we have a smooth academic journey moving forward. Do allow me to be the fearless leader that will put your needs first under the Faculty of Sciences. Please vote for Natasha Mukwena. Thank you.
Thank you very much, leadership. Next presenter from engineering faculty. Remember, likewise, you introduce yourself, your faculty, and the position you are contesting for.
Amanda. Amanda. Matemba. Matemba. Manda. Manda. Thank you very much. My name is Pride Ndabuko Chauke, and I'm contesting for the chairperson in the Faculty of Engineering. Allow me to say, I've been the victim of the issues affecting the student in this campus. I've seen many students dropping out because of the issues that they're affecting them. So one of the issues that I'm going to address today is the issue of practicals. It is very much troubling to see an engineering student finishing the S4, all the S4 modules, but struggling to get practicals so that they can fully complete their qualifications. So myself, it has come to my attention that what is it that office of Williams is doing to assist the student to get practicals? What is it that the university is doing to assist the student, the engineering student, to get practicals? So are they not being proactive? What is it that they're doing? So myself, like, I'm suggesting that those people, they need to be pushed. They need to be pushed to engage with the mining sector, to be engaged with the manufacturing sector, to talk to them so that they can give students of Tswana University of Technology practicals. So another thing that I'm going to talk about is the lack of inadequate of practical equipment. So what I've noticed is that we've been conducting, when we go to practical labs, there is no, like, the equipments that we're supposed to conduct practicals with. The equipments, they're not sufficient there. It is a must that all engineering students, they must be provided with the PPEs. All engineering students, they must be provided with the safety boots. They must be provided with the lab coat so that they can enter the practical labs. You understand? So another issue that I'm going to talk about now is the issue of a proper communication. Our faculty is failing. It's failing to issue us a proper communication whenever there is test, whenever we are writing exams. You'll find that the lecturer is telling us that we are writing a semester test on WhatsApp, not even posting on Brightspace. And then another thing, many students, more especially first years, they're not familiar with this system of WhatsApp and Brightspace. So there must be a proper lecturing for students so that they can be aware, so that they can know how to use to access the Brightspace and access the announcement through the Brightspace. So another thing that I'm going to talk about now is the issue of high certificate. So what I don't understand is that why a high certificate student has to qualify to be enrolled for a BEng, whereas they qualify first to be like to enroll for the high certificate.
Time.
Because of time, thank you very much.
Thank you. Student leaders, don't worry. Continue to also market yourselves in other social media spaces of the institution, your Facebooks, your faculties and the likes. Just a quick note is that I have the posters in my office for all the SFCs who came through for the photo shoot in our offices some time ago. When we're done here, you can come through and collect your posters. Right, can we call upon a representative from Management Sciences?
All protocol observed. My name is Sebo Mashimbe from Faculty of Management Science. Standing before you, campaigning for the position of secretary of our biggest faculty. I believe that leaders were born but not made. But I myself, I was born and made at the same time. We all know, fellow students, that we have many unresolved issues which we've been promised several years, several times, that our issues will be taken into consideration. But up to so far, there is no issue which have been fixed. We're approaching summer. Summer represents rainy season. We'll be writing exams very soon. There's a tent out there by the bus terminal. That tent is not safe for our students to be writing exam in. But then I know recently we were using showground. We were not introduced to that tent. We were not informed that our place of exam will be changed to be a tent at campus. But eventually they changed the venue, which is not fair, according to me. Another thing, my fellow student, I'm not promising to solve all issues. I'll be lying. But then I assure you that I will, working together with fellow fighters, fellow students in our faculty, to tackle some of those issues. There's the issues of online learning. We all know we're first-year students. who are experiencing academic challenges. The first year students are not familiar with the multimodal online learning, but then they are forced in a way to partake in online learning, which lead to fail. And then fail represent to and a result to academic exclusion and financial exclusion, which we don't want that actually. I therefore urge you, my fellow students, TUT family, to vote for me as your secretary. All your mandates and requests and queries will be taken into consideration. I thank you.
Thank you very much, leadership. Remember to continue to spread the message to your students that the elections will be from the 14th to the 16th of September. It will be online. Encourage them to log in and vote for you as the preferred SFC representative. Can we have a representative from management, from science faculty?
Fellow revolutionists, fellow Kapontrons, and student populace, I greet you. Mandla. My name is Mshoti Mawila, as known as Mapiti. I'm contesting for chairperson in the Faculty of Science. It was Che Guevara who said that the first duty of a revolutionary is to be educated, because one will lead with common sense and God's feeling. First and foremost, I've noticed that there's a critical crisis in the diaspora of the university. In each and every faculty, we are facing one crisis, which is exclusion. Exclusion of students is critical. So me contesting for chairperson of science, I'll be working closely together with the dean, because the Faculty of Science, there's no academic excellence. To implement an office that will speak upon academic excellence, and that is going to assist students that are struggling in improving in their academics to be assistants, and the academics that will be more easier for them to prosper. It hurts a lot that when we see our fellow students going home without any qualification, while there were hopes in their family. The university must implement more specifically, just because I made science, for crop science, animal and nature conservation, and more students must get the experience from different farms. So if our faculty must have an agreement with farms and reserve around Tshwane, so that they can manage to get our students the better experience. The issue of letters for applying for a practical must be issued at time, so that a student must apply on time to get practicals. As a leader, is when you learn, you realize that you don't know, but when you don't learn, you think that you know. Because mental capacity is limited. You can't lead them if you don't love them. Voting for me means no more academical stress, but solution to our problems. I'll be your voice. I'll fight for you. Mandla. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, leadership. Thank you very much. We'll now call upon a representative again from the Faculty of Engineering, if we still have. Remember, first thing you do, you introduce yourself, the faculty you're representing, and the position you're contesting for.
Greetings, fellow students. I'm delighted to have this opportunity to come and address as to why I would like to be voted into office. My name is Lemuel Pohol, and I'm contesting for the position of secretary in the engineering faculty. My mission is to resolve student issues that have been affecting students and still are affecting students. I'll mention some of the improvements that I will bring if I'm voted into office. However, because of the time we are given, I'll be very much meticulous. Number one, monthly progress review of office work. This is to ensure that leaders don't forget why they are appointed into office. Because we have a situation where we come into manifesto and promise students things, and when we get to office, we relax like we are in a beach. So a progress report will help us to check if leaders are really working to help students. Number two, visibility of mentors and tutors. I've realized that many students don't even know they are mentors because of a system. They just post mentors on the Brightspace and website of the university. But with my approach, I want to make sure that mentors and tutors, they go and make sure that students are aware that there are mentors and give them their contact details so that whenever students are struggling with academics, they can reach them. Another point, active organizations to promote site visit for students to be exposed to the real work. As we speak, we have this organization that is active in TUT, in the Industrial Engineering Department. It's called South African Institute of Industrial Engineers, whereby they invite professionals to come and help us to understand what industrial engineering is really about. I was in a meeting in Monday with that structure, and 3 students were offered jobs in the very same organizational meeting. So this is how important it is to introduce such organizations so that students know what to expect in the real work environment. I'll make sure that these organizations are introduced in all courses of engineering faculty. Another point, improve communication between departments to avoid a situation where students have tests scheduled in an unacceptable time frame. I'll give you a simple scenario that I've experienced a few days ago. There was a situation where students had to write a test from 9:30 to 12, and then another test from 12 to 2, without even giving them a break to heal from the pains from the first test. We know that the engineering modules can be very much hard. So this is very much unfair, and I've realized that even the issue of test clashing, it's simply because of departments and lecturers failing to communicate. And we know that mathematics and statistics department is independent, and then some modules depend on other departments. So there's lack of communication between these 2 departments. When they set a test, they don't tell another department that we have set a test. That's why we are having a situation where test clashes, and it's very compromising us. So in closing, please, when you vote for people, don't vote for T-shirts, because you must vote for proper leaders, because chaos is caused by politics without principles. Appoint the right people who will address the right issues and make the right decisions at the right time. I'm Lemuel Pohole. Please vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, leadership. We are now going to call the next faculty, Management Sciences. Please, if you want to be next, just come through and sit at least in the front.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ntogozo Mtsetswa. I am contesting for chairperson in the Department of Management Sciences. So, who's Ntogozo and why we should vote for Ntogozo? I am a second-year student doing operations management. I was a class rep in my first year, and in my second year, I'm still a class rep. I am passionate about leading and assisting students. Fortunately, I've been fortunate enough to represent South Africa twice at a world stage, where in an organization called One Young World, where leaders from around the world, they meet and then they talk about issues that are affecting the youth around the world. Students are not empty boxes that needs to be filled, but they are the lights that needs to be given lights so that they can shine. What will I do if I am voted in office of Department of Management, in the Faculty of Department of Management Sciences? I will ensure that we get data that is enough for us to study online, as we were forced to study online and now we must live with it. I will ensure that we get 40 gigs of data, as some students are getting 40 gigs data, so all students should be getting enough data. And I will try and improve communication systems. We must have free information flow so that students must know what is happening in their faculty and in their courses. We also try to ensure that students, they get placed for work practicals, because this is a very issue that is seen in all other courses, and we have to work together with other faculties to ensure that students, they get placement for practicals. And we must ensure that leaders are visible for students to get that information, because our leaders are not visible enough. And I also believe that we should have one academic year and have one academic calendar, because we need more clarity and there must be less confusion. For now, we are confused. We don't know what is going on. Students, I am going to represent you, and so vote for me so that you make your voice be heard. Thank you. Thokozo Mthethwa, we are voting on the 14th to 16th September. We'll be voting online. Please make sure that you cast your vote on my name. Thanks.
Thank you, leadership. They heard you. Let's encourage our students to vote. Can we call upon the next representative for the science faculty? Do we still have anyone from science?
Amandla, Amandla, Tina mfundi Tina, Tina mfundi Tina. Thank you, comrades. Revolutionary greetings to the TUT family. I go by the name of Million Mushwana, and I am contesting for secretary under the banner of the EFF Student Command. The EFF Student Command promotes black excellence. I believe the EFF Student Command is the only hope to the students. Under my faculty, students are being subjected to negative marking, especially in the pharmacy department. So under my governance, I will champion this system of negative marking. Like for an example, it's multiple choice questions, and then for every wrong question that you get, they will mark you wrong for the one you got right from the same multiple choice questions. Another thing, there at Pretoria Campus, at some point I feel like Arcadia is neglected, because we are struggling even to consult. You see, like if you want to inquire about something there at the financial aid office, like they take time to assist you. So like most of the students, they end up coming to main campus to get assisted. So another thing that we are currently facing is the issue of exclusion. So under my governance, I will make sure that there is Office of Academic Excellence. Now, how does it operate? We say if a student failed more than 50% of the subjects, we don't exclude the student, but we give a student a chance. Now, okay, the department has to assist the student. We give a student another year to study. So after some time, the department has to update us on how the student is progressing. So as we go to the SFC and SRC elections from the 14th to the 16th of September, make a right choice. The name is Million Shomolo Mushwana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, leadership. I like how you guys are doing it. You keep on reminding them the name to look up to. So as you present, also ensure that you keep on, start with your name and end with your name so that they can always remember whom they will be voting for. Can we now call upon a representative from the engineering faculty? We're done with engineering. Oh, there's still one.
Revolutionary greetings, all students. My name is Hlanhlango Mane, contesting for the position of chairperson in the Faculty of Engineering. Students, leadership is not a position, but action. I'm not here to promise you most of the things that I won't even accomplish. As a senior student, I already know a lot of problems that we're facing under our faculty, but due to the given time, I'm only going to address a few. Firstly, the issue of P1 and P2 students. Here at campus, there are labs whereby students are offered P1 and P2, but ever since I got here, I've never even seen a single post of those labs. And then, if you check on your Outlook TUT email for life, you'll get Abo scholarships and all those, but never have I once saw a post saying there's a position available for P1 and P2. My second point, the issue of a national diploma phasing out. The campus on its own, they know that the national diploma is phasing out, and there are some students who have got P1, P2, and then they are chopped by the course. They are excluded. Instead of chopping them out of the course, why not just put them in higher certificate so that they continue instead of neglecting them and excluding them? Number 3, the issue of freelancing. Companies companies that are dealing with engineering have freelancing, but never have I once had any department saying we're taking our students to a work environment to expose them so they know when they go out here, what are they going to do where. Thirdly, the issue of student assistants. They just appoint student assistants and mentors and they don't do a follow-up. They end up getting paid for doing nothing. All they do, they come to us and be like, sign here, and then that's it. They have to ensure that they follow up and make sure that the students that they put there to mentor us, they avail themselves and they help us. Due to time, I'll be done. Amandla, Zakala, vigi nevigi.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, leadership. Can we call a representative from Management Sciences faculty?
Amandla, Matemba. Without any waste of time, my name is Surprise Fenyani. I'm contesting for secretary in the Faculty of Management Science. Revolutionary greetings to all people in this house. We all know that TUT is a community on its own, compromising of different faculties and departments. I would like to say, meaning that why I'm saying it's a community on its own is that class reps report to SFC, and then SFC reports back to SRC in the form of transformation officer. The first point that I would like to enlighten or highlight is that I believe that the issues that need to be tackled is that that one of proof of registration and academic record fee. It must be free, because you'll find a student is graduating and it's at home requesting for academic record, but the offices, they don't respond back to the students. Seemingly that the people who is in the finances and the contact center management, they are not doing their job. They are just there to eat the money and to gossip. And some of them, they are taking advantage of this COVID-19. Regarding the issue of practicals, in my faculty of Management Science, there are students who are doing contact center management. They must place those students in the increase of production, so so those students can assist regarding answering calls and responding back to the emails. Regarding the issue of event management science, the event management science, TUT hosts many events, and they must take students from events management to participate in the event that they are hosting. Lastly, is the issue of there must be proper preparation before the preparation begins. They are saying planning to fail is failing to plan. Mr. Biko once said the most potent weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. So don't forget to vote for a young leader by the name of Surprise Fenyani. In conclusion, I would like to say we do not mind our words when we are saying the institution of higher learning are a microcosm of society, and they report to very people who owns the means of production in our country. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, leadership. Can we have a representative from Management Sciences? I'm trying to push. Do we still have engineering? The Management Sciences? Okay. I think some of you guys can just come at the bottom so that we can speed up the process. Over to you, leadership.
Amandla. I would like to take this opportunity and maximize our revolutionary greetings to all freedom lovers. My name is Nkolis Ndohandwe from the Faculty of Management Sciences, contesting for secretary. I am driven by the voice of students to ensure that campus opportunities are equally distributed to the campus we serve. There are several issues last year that I have encountered. Lectures arrogance, exclusion. So if I can be voted, I can fight against lectures arrogance. You will find lectures not giving students second chance to write tests online. And I will also improve communication between students and lecturers. And the issue of gadgets for computer literacy students, those gadgets, I think they bought them at Maraba Start. You only use them once. If you use them twice, it don't work. Please vote for EFF Student Command in the upcoming SFC elections. And remember to vote for Mxolisi Ndwando. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we have the next presenter? Do we have someone from science? Engineering? Okay, management sciences come through. The next person, please come through and take a seat in the front so that we don't delay. You can start leadership.
Amandla. Awethu. I greet you all in the name of implementation, which you will witness in my tenure. My name is Pretoria Francis, and I'm contesting for chairperson of Management Sciences. In my years as a class rep in the institution, I have noticed some issues which were not only disadvantaging students, but were a stumbling block in the academics of students. Till today, women have been subjected to harassment in the SFC office, where in exchange for assistance, they were asked for sexual favors. I will make sure to create a safe space for women, a space where they can feel protected, represented, and heard, unlike in the previous years. In management sciences, we also have lecturers who teach accounting and report to Pretoria Campus. When students have grievances and go to their head of departments, they are told that they are not reporting to them. As a result, those lecturers do as they please without any accountability. I will make sure we do away with such inconducive environment for students to exist in. Even today, there are still cases of missing marks, marks incorrectly entered on ITS and so forth. I do not know if incompetency is part of the job description of lecturers, but together with the elected council, I will make sure to put measures in place where lecturers will stop taking advantages of students and doing their jobs. There is a lab in building 30 or 31, which only works during registration and NSFAS applications. But when students need to access the lab, they are told to go to building 13. Where they are also subjected to long queues because of COVID protocols. But even those protocols are flawed because after students have worked on that station, it's not even sanitized. Personally, I do not know what logic is this, but those issues, we will deal with them when we get to office. Till today, as a University of Technology, we are failing to implement online registrations. During registrations, you find long lines there where students are just queuing the whole day without understanding. I will make sure to put pressure on the university to say if we were able to implement online learning and we're able to implement voting that is online, surely as a university, we will be able to register online. Why are we this afraid of technology if we are a university of technology? In my tenure, I will make sure to be in communication with companies to provide internships and possible employment in our faculty and work integrated learning for courses where it's still outstanding. I don't know why in this faculty, postgraduate students are treated like second-class citizens. There are still issues of shortages of lecturers, missing marks, timetables that are inconducive for students. Together, I believe we can find a solution to this mess. I believe that a time for change is now, a time to do away with career politicians who are in the race for self-enrichment, staff members who are contesting for faculty positions again and again. In the student command, we believe in black excellence. We believe the only way to emancipate and indoctrinate their minds is to provide free decolonized education. And the only way to achieve that is to vote for Pretoria Francis for SFC and to vote for the student command. I submit.
Thank you very much, leadership. Can we have a next candidate from Management Sciences?
Malibongwe. My name is Mbali Petile Mngube, and I'm contesting for the position of Secretary in Management Science. I believe my goal is very simple. As an activist and as a former leader that has been serving students on a ground level, it saddens me to see students that qualify and deserve to be part of the university, but are not absorbed by the university due to failure of our system, and we say we are the University of Technology. There are students that are disadvantaged by this so-called system of TUT. So how do we advocate for academic excellence when the university is the one that disadvantages students itself? Another pressing issue is the issue that needs to be that needs a strategy implementation, is the issue of safety in our accredited residences. This issue is now becoming fashionable, that women are becoming violated each and every now and then. So, me, as I am here, I am saying, vote for me, and I will make sure that all the perpetrators are behind bars. Because us going there and busy speaking one thing time and time again is not doing anything. We've been saying, not now. And we've been saying we are tired, but nothing is happening. So we are saying we want to see those perpetrators behind bars. Not only them removing them makes it fine with us, but we want to see them behind bars. So I am saying, please vote for me and change will be done. My name is Mbali Petile Mngube, contesting for Secretary in Management Sciences.
Thank you very much, leadership. Can we get another candidate from Management Sciences? Remember, the elections will be on the 14th to the 16th of September. Encourage your students to vote and to vote for you.
One student, one driver's license. One student, one laptop. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Karesho Sidikila, CIC of the oppressed and the voiceless. A slave of the oppressed and the voiceless. Makarov Kalishnikov Mikhail. The former chairperson of Majuba residents, Nicola and Campus Edge. I know the ground. I've been with students. I know what I'm doing. I'm not starting today. Manda. Wait. I am contesting for the chairperson of Management Sciences. Under my leadership, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'll be doing. Phasing out of courses. Yes, we agree with transformation. Courses must phase out in the university, but then not a student. They must make sure that a student remains when the course phases out. Lecturers. The communication between students and lecturers, it is very void, Macom. We are paying these people. We are not students only, we are clients. We must have where a student and a lecturer, they communicate. And it leaves a paper trail on how they spoke and what they spoke about. That when a student is not satisfied, is going to HOD, it knows what it's speaking about. And the lecturer can also account. Academic calendar. By voting for Karesho Sidikila, we are going to make sure, with me and my council, we are going to make sure that the academic year, it will end by the right time. By making sure that we attend issues before strikes, unnecessary strikes in the campus. By being steps ahead with solving student issues, we'll make sure that the academic calendar ends on the right time. First years and COVID-19 and being accepted to the university and going to accommodations, it is out of order. Students are scattered. During COVID, we are told to move group work assignments. Students, they are staying with engineering people there and there and there. Today must work with SFCs and also class reps to make sure that each and every department, they place their students in a particular residence. First years, they must share. No first year must stay in a single, they must share with their peers so that they can understand going forward what is the university, what we are doing. Exclusion. There are several things which do not make sense or rather need to be changed. If you vote for Karesho Sidikila as the chairperson of Management Sciences, all final year students or students which are left with less than 5 modules will not be excluded. As they have made sure from the first year and the second year, they've passed and made sure that and showed us that they are willing to do this. So please let us allow students which are left with less modules to finish course. Mandla.
Thank you
As I submit.
Thank you very much, leadership. Again, let us be conscious of the language we use. Remember, this is an official platform for the university, and be mindful of the language that we are using. Can we have the next candidate from Management Sciences?
Greeting, fellow student. I am Tinyiko Freedom Chauke from Faculty of Management Science. I'm contesting the position of chairperson. Under my leadership, I will advocate the academic excellence for you, ensure that those who are excluded are reinstated block to the system, increase data for you by swiping night old data to a day and day to night old data. Ensure that the online tutors to help students be given more time to prepare themselves when they want to write exam. We can't have a timetable today and saying that next week we are going to start to write. We have to be given more time to prepare ourselves. I will work hard in hand with class reps and department reps in order to push academic excellence. Under my leadership, I will make sure that we have proper program for class reps and development reps to prepare them to prepare them for leadership and to make it easy to tackle issues that will be raised by students. Xichangana xiri munhu I munhu hi van'wana vanhu. A hi voteni leswi swi nga ta hi pfuna, hi nga voteli ku tsakisa munhu. A hi voteleni ku cinca situation leyi hi nga le ka yona. A hi yimeni ku promisiwa swilo leswi vanhu va nga swi kotiki ku swi endla. Ni khensile.
Thank you very much, leadership. Thank you very much. Can we have another person from Management Sciences? Remember to introduce yourself, the faculty, and the position you're contesting for. And don't forget to inform your students to vote on the 14th to the 16th of September for the online SRC elections.
Greetings to you all TUT community. My name is Hausitwi Genius Molefe from the Faculty of Management Sciences. I am currently one of the departmental reps in the faculty. I'm also a TUT academic mentor, and I urge with everyone to please vote for me as the SFC chairperson because I believe that I am the most suitable candidate for this position as I'm fully up to speed with how the faculty operates regarding to student issues. Some of the students that are on probation, they are my mentees. I am the voice of the students. I'm all about academic excellence. I am a very diligent lady general. I'm very responsible and accountable. I may be small, but I've got it all. Put me to the test and I will fight without rest. Treasure your vote and bank on me, Hausitwi Genius Molefe, the only female contesting for chairperson of the biggest faculty in the university, Amandla.
Thank you very much. Can we have the next presenter?
Amanda. Amanda. My name is Hlubuko Benefiction Gwenya. I'm contesting the position of chairperson in engineering and built environment. I think many comrades here have been speaking everything very mouthful, but we're forgetting that it's only represented than being said. So with this being said, I'm not going to lie to comrades and say that I'm going to do this and do this and do this, because in office I'm not going to be alone, but we're going to be in a collective. So together with my council, I can say that we have many things that are standing in our way of, actually in the way of students, that we need to champion and advocate. I can only promise students that if they can vote for me, I will work day in, day out, so that in a way that we champion each and every stumbling block that is been there, that I think comrades have been avoiding, or the comrades have been avoiding many facts, many issues in the department, more especially in the department of engineering. We've got a lot of work there in the department, but seems like comrades have been relaxed. If we can look at the mentors, I've never seen mentors, or many mentors, we don't even know them in the department, but we have many people who have been voting for comrades. We've been voting for leadership, new leadership in each and every year, but we have never seen action. So with this being said, I can urge with you that please let's go and vote for Hlubuko Benefiction Gwenya under the banner of SASCO, and then we shall champion and advocate everything that's on our way. Thank you, as I submit.
Thank you, leadership. By the show of hands, who of you guys haven't presented? It's Sia, 2, 3. Okay, we have 3. Okay, come through, sir.
Greetings, fellow students. My name is Cherry Busiso Ndlovu from the Faculty of Management Science, contesting for secretary position under the banner of ANC Youth League. My mission is clear and simple: as you fight for students, be their voice, ensure academic excellence, make sure no student is left behind. T2 belongs to students, and therefore, every student has a right to be in TT. Vote for educational transformation and vote for me as an SFC Secretary Management of Science. Treasure your vote.
Thank you very much, leadership. Sweet and short. Siyabonga. Kuselewen. I know you still have one hand here. Ne? Oh.
A greeting to the house at large, students online on media. The one in front of you is our upcoming chairperson of management science 2021 to 2022. You like it or not? I'm tried and tested equals to the task. Why do I say that? I am a former RC in the biggest resident here at the Bekeka Junction, a former deputy secretary under the biggest faculty of management science, a former student assistant under the academic excellence office under that faculty of the management science faculty. Second to that, I'm not going to allow chance takers to come here and want to play with the future of our sisters to say they are going to do this and that. In that faculty, currently, we're having issues like data allocation, lecture refusing to record online classes, late publication of marks, changing of weights, like changing socks. You enter my ITS today, you see who the first assessment was waiting 10. Tomorrow, because you have performed well on that assessment, is changing, is waiting 5. We are not going to allow that. And then the collection of textbook. There are students under that Faculty of Management Science, even today, who doesn't have a textbooks because of the late of the local and service provider delivery. And the collection of textbooks, we are going to stop that thing of students going outside there in bookshop and go collect textbook there. Secondly, we are facing a serious problem with this department called service modules that comes from Harangoa Sosha. Why are we saying that? We cannot have a module that is coming from Sosha or Harangoa, maybe law or maybe accounting inside main campus, and then we fail to control over that module. And this thing is not like it's outsourced from UJ or UP, it's outsourced here in TUT, just that is at Sosha. But if ever there are issues, they say they cannot look at control over it because it's a service module. Second to that, we have issues of refunding. We want all the 1.5 of students that they've paid, those that are beneficiaries of SNFSAS, to come back. This delay of refunding must come to an end. Refunding of the textbook, you find a student that they failed a module last year and then is coming this year to look at to repeat that module, but still the student is going to be charged the same price as the previous textbook. We want all those man. And then lastly, the admission of advanced diploma. I'm really not happy the way how they allocate, they admit students to go to advanced diploma because of this average of 60, we must have 60, and what. If ever you don't have that 60, why are you going to continue qualification? Now you must go to UNISA or what. No more academic struggle under my leadership. On the 14th to the 16th of September, vote for Buthelezi Siyabonga, hashtag Malume Putsia, your voice, your vote. Amandla.
Thank you very much, leadership. And we left with 5 days. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Over to you, sir.
Greetings, everyone. Greetings to the students. My name is Emmanuel Buthelezi, and I am contesting for chairperson under management science. I am here because I have been a victim of many things here at the university, and I've never had a voice to speak for myself. I know that that's the case for many students. We're all afraid to say what we really feel because we don't know the repercussions or how the system works. So we always just complain to our fellow students in class and just keep it there, and nothing's ever taken into action. And with that being said, I felt when I was with my friends, and then I decided to take an action of like, you know what, let me stand up for my friends because I hear what they're crying about, and it's the same thing I'm crying about. My lecturers are there, but then most of the time, they don't tell us what's going on. Imagine you are told in a week before the test that you are writing, and you have not been prepared, you have not done anything, you still have to do notes, and you are not ready for the test. And then also a lecture, you go to class, and then the lecturer tells you that they only to find out the lecture doesn't come, that the class has been cancelled. Now you are forced to maybe try to go back, or maybe some students have to wait for past 1 hour because of their bus schedule. And that's not acceptable. And also this thing of like, many students have always been crying about even this online thing. The lecturer was saying the class is cancelled today, and then they'll say maybe to another day. And when that day comes, all of a sudden now they can't make it as well. So they're saying we'll do it next week. And then now all of a sudden, now some of them, their data's already finished. They have to buy more data to do this. And now they're forced to make a new plan. They don't know what to do anymore. And online classes also take that 10 gig immediately. 2 or 3 classes, that gig is already finished. That's why I'm supporting my fellow contestants when they say we should make the 30 gig the 1 day one. Because the 10 gig is literally not doing anything. If you have an iPhone, you know for a fact that your data, 1 day or 2 days, that thing is over. It's over for you. That iPhones, most of our phones eat data immediately. And also that we also need to talk as students. We need to let our voice be heard, especially as class reps. Class reps also are not communicating very well with the SFC people. SFCs also need to take the responsibility to reach out to the class reps, to find out who they are, and to communicate with them, to find out what are the issues they are facing in their classes. It's very hard even for me, let's say I want to run for chairperson, but if I don't know the issues that the students are crying about in their course, it's hard for me to take action. But as well, I also know that as a fellow student, I know that I want my lecturers, I want the issues of transportation that we're facing right now. All of a sudden, some students, if you're staying accredited, you have to pay for bus, you have to do things differently. We are suffering. Why is it different for us now? We should all be treated equally. That's been the same since 2019. What's different about 2020? Yes, we are facing this whole issue of COVID and whatnot. But then we as students are also trying to adjust to the things. But then you can't now put us in a corner where we are very stranded. We are stranded. We can't do anything. We need you as a university to light us, to show us where to go. Not so many of us come from advanced families. We are disadvantaged. We're coming from families where we don't know much about technology and we have to be taught. We need your guidance. You can't expect us to know how everything operates. We need your guidance. Thank you. My name is Emmanuel Buthelezi, and I'm running for chairperson of Management Science.
Thank you very much, Mr. Buthelezi. We are going to, I have an announcement after the last presenter. There's an announcement for you SFCs, for your posters, and also what I'll just say to you guys just after the session has ended.
Thank you very much. Greetings to the house. My name is Fundisi Mahlangu. I go by the name of Fundi. I'm the chairperson and founder of a structure called TUTSA. One would say the toughest opponent of all is the one inside your head. Society has tried to play games with our minds. At times we see things that are being said about us on social media that discourages our confidence in us being the best that we can be. I've been listening to structures lying to students, saying that they are speaking the truth. Now in life, there are two truths. The truth that you want people to hear and the honest truth. And as a chairperson of TUTSA, I'm going to tap in every truth that is the honest truth. Leadership behavior is focused on vision, strategical development, and initiation, while management behavior entails formulating detailed plans and schedules, and the implementation of these plans to achieve the vision and the mission of the university. Now, there's a myth going around when we want to gain access to students, where we get to say that management is the enemy. I'd like to differ, and I differ with honesty on one reason. Management is not the enemy, and students are not the enemy. The two people that are the enemy in the world of TUT are student leaders that use student issues to advocate for their own personal interest. Second to that, it's management that will try by all means to make student leaders fight their own battles. One would say change will not come if you wait for somebody else. You are the change that you have been seeking. You are the person that you have been waiting for. Why TUTSA? TUTSA is the only structure that has adopted objectives of the SRC constitution. With that being done, we are going to make sure that we don't have SRCs that only are flexible in booking cars. Why TUTSA? TUTSA is the only structure not affiliated to any external structure. You know, it's so amazing when we get people from external giving us mandates of who to deploy in the SRC. Those people are not affected by the issues. So we, in terms of the TUTSA, we are saying student voice, students must have a say in what happens within the institution. What is different about us compared to others? We don't lie. We don't make empty promises to students. And we are going to assure that with today's manifesto, we are not going to leave any stone unturned. What have we done so far? We have created workshops, seminars that contribute positively to student academics. We have been addressing issues of students relevant in terms of departments. For example, we forever make proposals in terms, then there are structures that don't want me to touch on the issues of accreditation. They are trying to disturb. SASCA and EFF are scared of the truth. They don't want me to tell the students the honest truth. Students, go and research that in these places that you are staying in, which structures are benefiting from accreditation. The cars that you see some leaders driving on campus, it is because of your issues. The strikes that usually take place in some days, those structural leaders are paid to do that so that they disrupt the university from operating. It is not fair that they use your struggles to achieve their own personal benefits. As a structure,
You have a minute.
our focus will be the 4 gig that we are saying it should be given to all students, issue of food parcels to all students, financial and academic appeal procedures. Comrades, we are going to, as a structure, we will be coming with issues that we are also going to champion. We can't be a structure or student leaders that only proposes challenges but are never able to come up with solutions. So with those words being said, we are saying to TUT unemployed graduates, we want a database to be created by the register to accommodate you all. We are also pushing the first year license program. If license is one of the requirements in a job advert, we should be granted to have it as a course in the system of TUT.
Wrap up. Time.
Can I have a minute?
Time.
With the issue related to academic excellence, we are saying we should have programs that assist students in writing assignments and also educating them on how to reference. We are further saying that we want an office that will do certifications on campus because our students are not safe when they have to go and certify documents in town. We are further saying that we also want student empowerment through job creations. We call upon the university to have a full center office that will hire call center students to do their practicals. We are saying arts campus students must be given tenders to make our masks and jackets, including our t-shirts. In terms of the accreditation policy that student leaders don't want to tell you the honest truth, they are not championing accommodation issues. These certain student issues that lie to you that they are championing accommodation issues, they are lying, they must be honest. They are championing issues based on their own interest because they are benefiting in these accredited places that are being made for you to think as if they are the ones that are championing accommodation. I declare that on the 14th of September, students go and research before voting. Vote TUTSA. I thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you very much for coming through to the SRC manifesto, SFC and SRC manifesto of the Tshwane University of Technology, Pretoria Campus. Remember, on the 14th to the 16th of September 2021, we'll be having our first online SRC elections. Go there, cast your vote. Go online, cast your vote. Student leaders, encourage your students to vote for you. Encourage your students to vote for your structures. In all, we say thank you. We are Student Governance and Leadership Development. My name is Sepa Manyisa, the Student Governance